And we're back.
Hi, everybody. Welcome to By the Way with Jordan and Chris. I'm Chris. That's Jordan. I had to get out of the way because I always forget.
You always this literal shake.
I know.
If you could see it.
And you give me a little one tone.
Like, the earthquake.
I'm like,
shaking.
don't change it. Hi.
Hello.
Hi. I haven't seen you in so long.
It's been so long.
Oh, my God.
Less than 12 hours.
I know. 8 hours, maybe? No,
you left
hours.
early.
No, for sure.
We probably didn't leave till almost like 11.
Oh, I didn't. I left at like 10.
No. Yeah, maybe like 9:30, 10, yeah.
It died after I left. I know.
No.
Oh.
No, not that. Certainly not that.
It peaked.
It actually got better.
It peaked so high
Yeah.
that then it had to come nowhere but
we were
down.
just so tired because we literally had we just rallied.
I
the
warn
second
you out.
Left.
Yeah. Rally. Imagine they leave and I hear
Rager.
I'm like,
You start seeing like lights flashing in the windows.
yeah, I'm like, no, wait, I'm not coming for my gig. They put the plastic
the
forks
rave
out
party.
that I read them for not having.
Yeah.
They finally put
Everything's
them out.
there. Yeah. Oh my God.
She goes and turns the light on her
Poor
balcony.
Erin.
I was like,
Erin's just trying to be a trad wife, and you're just over here
I'm
ruining lives.
bullying. And of course, I'm a bully because I was like, bye when I say goodbye.
I'm just glad you admitted that you're the bully. I'm
Bye.
not.
I said, thank you for such a great party, even though there were no plastic forks by the cake. Love you.
Did you take your pile of stuff?
No,
Dang.
I did not.
R.I.P.
Did
Did you forget?
I
Or you
did
just
forget.
going it like,
Get this. So I was.
And you fished that
I was
from
at
a
our-
pile of stuff. Name that quote.
Oh, Miranda Priestley?
Yeah.
Yeah!
Good job. That was good.
The way you said it was giving Miranda.
Yeah.
Your
and you
Miranda
fished
voice.
that from a pile of stuff. Girl, I was born to play that part. I swear to God.
With a busted ankle.
Literally sorry, if you're watching today, I do have, my leg probably isn't high enough. I do have an ankle brace on.
Do it higher. This
Literally
is you and
lift
me.
my leg.
Higher.
Because I busted. I don't even know what I did. I'm so mad about it.
That's old
I don't
girl.
think it's a sprain. I think it's a strain.
Oh,
So,
my God.
I Googled myself last night into cancer. And so I have ankle cancer. So I WebMD'd myself right into the grave.
Yeah.
And
the spiral, I know.
there was like a thing that was like a sprain versus a strain. And the thing is like,
Oh.
I don't think I have a sprain because it's not bruised. It's not really swollen at all.
Yeah.
It's just like I can feel the like tendons pulling like when I walk. So it just feels irritated and overused, which it probably is.
Which I can relate to right now.
And I also, here's the other thing too. When you sprain it, you like do something to sprain it. Roll your ankle,
Right.
bust it wrong, like something. I got
That's
up
what
from,
I did.
Like a
That's what I
stool.
did with the Christmas decorations and it was for sure a sprain.
Yeah.
For sure. Took me
I'm
weeks.
sure. It's just like it doesn't. I like got up from a stool. I mean, we were doing stuff all day. Even and then I was like on
Did
it
you
all
stretch?
night.
Do you stretch before your rehearsals and stuff? I know you do.
Yeah, I'm pretty crazy. Not as much with my ankles though, but I will be better at it from now on. I think that's the other thing. I just think I can stretch it and be fine. If I stretch it, ice it, rest it, I'll be fine.
Can you get that on a shirt? Stretch it, ice it, rest it. Just
Stretch
let
it,
people
ice it,
decide
rest
what
it.
it means.
What it's
because
for.
That's my bathhouse mantra.
Stretch it, ice it, rest it, and repeat.
Yeah.
And like this in teeny tiny little letters, it just says repeat.
No, that's the tramp stamp.
Oh my God, I want a tramp stamp so bad. I think it's so funny. I think it's just cute.
Some people have the vibes they can pull it off, and I honest to God feel like you're one of the
Serena.
people that could that
Serena
you could
just got
pull it
one.
off.
It looks so cute too.
See, but I couldn't pull
It's a
it
little
off.
work. It's
It'd
just
be
a
like
little work,
tacky
though.
if I wore one.
I think, yeah, maybe. I
But
think it depends
see-
on what it is.
But you
would
could
get
totally
like
see it.
like a
Two dolphins going the opposite way with
yeah,
water
or
in
like
the, middle. Something-
Lilo and Stitch logo or something. Like you would get something so random and dumb.
I'm
like,
sorry. I love Disney
You would
movies.
get Disney ears like
F Lilo
over
and
each
Stitch.
cheek.
Yeah. To make them look rounder.
But
and more
yeah,
voluptuous.
yeah. But I would love like a little something. I mean, I'm getting one with Abby.
Tramp stamp or
somewhere
tattoo?
Near there, a tattoo, but it's near that area.
Do you guys know what it is yet?
Yeah, and where it's going.
So why haven't I been privy to this? I want to hear.
You have. You just probably weren't listening.
I listen.
You do not listen ever.
Not when you talk, as we've discovered.
It.
When are you getting it though? Summertime. when it's
like
easier.
April, May, right after I'm done with the show.
Is it show related?
No.
Oh, good. I was like,
it's like an us thing. It's something that
Tea.
we've literally since like the day we met have joked about getting together, and we finally were like, you know what? We're both about to be 30. Let's just do it.
Is it a dead dog?
Damn.
Oh. She doesn't listen
Damn.
anyways, as we found out. She
Oh,
doesn't- she
I
doesn't
know
listen
she's a
anyway.
fucking fraud. She's no longer part of this podcast.
No longer our third invisible co-host.
No, we're getting each other's lips on our butt cheeks.
I did not hear this. You are
Yeah.
a fat liar.
I
have
for
never heard
sure
this.
told you
I
this.
am putting the mic away because I know
That is a first that you're gonna scream with the microphone away and not in your mouth.
Each other's lips.
Yeah, so like what you do is you like kiss like
No, I understand. I understand.
Yeah, we're doing it.
But I also don't understand.
On a butt cheek, each of us on each of our butt cheeks.
So what happens when you guys like divorce each other?
Why would we divorce each other?
Well, she's a woman of God and you're not.
Is she? Is she?
She's not. She's a woman of
We'll see what CBCA has to say about that. Her school.
Oh, I'm like, who?
Girl, the school she went to.
Oh, the Christian Valley,
Yeah.
something of the
Christian
Most High.
Child of the dolls.
Child of the dolls. No, so what I did was actually the stuff that I didn't take home from their house. So they had a giveaway pile, and they're like, yeah, we're getting rid of all this stuff. Well, so what she did was say, don't look at my pile. So I immediately did what? Look at the pile. Because I didn't clock it before, but when you say
well,
don't
she was
look.
drunk, too. She literally was like, Crystal, say something
She
about this,
literally
too.
just texted me, girl.
Oh, my God. What does it say? LOL, something. Did you text her this
not,
morning?
Yeah, hours ago. Talk about you forgot your crap.
I'm dead.
Literally just texted about this. Aaron, you just texted me while we're talking about you. I live. So anyway, she said, don't look at the pile. And I was like, okay, girl. So I immediately sifted through the pile to see what it was. She said, this is giveaway. I said, can I have anything I want?
And I'm in need.
And I did.
And I need to be given away.
I'm always in need.
Of another mirror. Right.
And there was a mirror. Did
I'm
I tell you
aware.
that?
Yes, you told me.
But
it was
you
the first
didn't
thing
know.
you ran
Is that-
downstairs. You're like, guess what? I'm taking her whole giveaway pile. It has this, and this. And I was like,
But I
girl.
went back up. Everybody came downstairs. I made 2 trips up those 3-story stairs to take 2 trips to get all this stuff, 2 lamps, the bar light, the mirror, and the picture, the flower picture. Made 2 trips with all this stuff by myself.
There's a lot of stairs in that house. Yeah, it's a lot of stairs.
While everybody's partying downstairs, I'm gutting their house.
Yeah, you're really like a thief. I mean, you're just like a looter.
But she said I could have it.
It's giving looting.
And I said, this party just became so much more fun because I get free stuff. I was like, F the
And you
people
were
having
drunk.
a good time.
Well, you weren't drunk, but you had a couple drinks. I was proud of you.
You were drunk.
You did 2 shots. You had a drink.
Thank you.
Brave.
At what point, I think that...
It was like the crippled fingers.
You know what it was? It was the Jeep wave.
Yeah.
People are driving and go like this.
Yeah. I fucking hate that. The cheap ducks.
I do too. What's worse? Thank you.
I have to pop off.
Thank you.
I have a pop off.
Thank you.
Those Jeep ducks can suck my whole day.
Here's what
because
how do
they're
they
so
stay secure?
stupid.
Do all
They probably tack them down or something. They just look so stupid.
They look and I love
Dumb.
you know me, campy, fun, cute. If I got a Jeep, because I always kind of wanted a Jeep, who doesn't?
I would
the
like a
first
Jeep.
thing I would do is not get a duck, and not even the second, third, or
Girl.
10th. I don't want it.
I was
kinda, you
so
know what it does?
jealous.
It makes it look tacky and like not like
It
a cool
does. It just
car.
looks dumb. I mean,
I'm
I get that
sorry.
you're like
I'm
having
sorry.
fun with your fellow Jeepers or whatever they're
Jeepers
called.
creepers.
Right. I was so jealous when my friend Kira got a Jeep. She was like, she just like texted me one day and she was like, I think I'm gonna get this car and
I live.
I'm gonna get like all the bells and whistles on it, and she certainly did.
If bells and
it's
whistles
like,
means ducks, then no.
it was not a ton. She just got like all the like add-ons to a car
I
you can get,
love.
and it's so good. It's like this dark gray, like all hard exterior. Oh,
Yes.
it's so good.
Yes.
It's like the perfect Jeep. Like it's exactly what I would want.
Is
I
it
was so
4-door or
jealous of her.
2?
4-door.
I don't like that. Sorry. Oh,
All hard
no, I don't
back.
like. I like 2-door.
You like the little
I like
two-door.
the small.
'Cause
You
you
know,
like
I like the little
cars.
cars. Yeah.
I like 4 because I like. Well, does the 2-door have 4 seats?
No. Oh,
Does it have 2 back seats?
I think the back. I don't remember.
It might, but I hate that.
They're like crusty. They're like teen. If anything,
no,
they're nothing.
I don't mind there being back seats. What I mind is having to crawl through the front
That's what I'm
door to
saying.
get
It's
into
no.
the back
Or when you
seat.
have to do the rigmarole of let me lift the chair
Yeah,
forward.
and it's got to flip, but the seatbelt's in the way, and I'm fucking tripping. I'm drunk. I'm tripping. Like I
No.
can't do this.
No.
It's boring. I hate that.
No,
kind of
Uber XL only, or whatever.
I hate that kind of stuff. It's the worst.
T.
I mean, listen, if anybody knows about a bad back seat, look at that truck my dad used to have. Remember I
don't
told
know.
you about the balloon that flew out the window too?
Oh, yeah.
Where it had the seats that faced each other in the back because it was so tight.
And my
small.
grandparents
I would
had
literally not even
my
fit in that,
grandparents
but
had
no.
that where it was like the fold down
Girl,
little
yeah, but from the side,
from the side.
not even from the back.
Too much,
Girl,
Too much.
I don't even think I would fit sideways in it at this point. I mean, it was like so small.
And my grandparent, I was like, is my grandparent?
It reflects on it. It's a lot easier to look at.
I found out. And then they had dogs. I would sit back there, and it was full of dog hair.
Oh, I hate that.
I don't like that.
I don't like
that.
dog stuff in the car because I don't like dog hair all over the car.
Me neither.
I mean, I know they have those like things that like protect your seats and stuff, but like I feel like
No.
it's just as bad.
And sometimes worse because then it attracts
Yeah.
the hair.
And I mean, like,
and then they don't
I
move
get
it when you get in there. They don't move it. They're like, just
Right.
sit down.
Yeah,
I'm like,
just-
girl,
no, I'm not sitting on this.
get rid of the dog. Get rid of the
I get
dog.
you have to have like your dog in the car sometimes, like to go to the vet or something.
Crate.
But no, but like sometimes like you can't crate. Like Stuart doesn't do the crate. My dog.
He will get in the crate if I ever
He
take
used
him
to
to the
throw
vet.
up in the crate. R.I.P. Well, why would you be taking him to the vet?
If I'm just letting him,
It's
you
a
can
no.
let him know for me. If you ever go and I have to take him to the
I'll let
vet,
him know.
I'm shoving him in the crate and putting a barf bag around his throat.
He got like terrified when he was like a puppy because right when we got him, we were selling my parents' house. So we used to have to take you know, you leave for all the showings. So we'd have to put him in the crate, take him in the car, and then my
Shook.
older dog hated the car.
Shook.
So then he learned from him to hate the car. So even now as like a full-grown dog, he like sits in the front seat. He has white hair, so of course it gets everywhere. But he sits in the front seat and he sits on the seat with his paws up on like the rest thing and just stares at you. He doesn't make one noise. He just stares at you.
Well, better than the
He
dogs
might
that
whine
jump
for a
out
minute.
the window.
Yeah, he might whine for a hot minute, but other than that, he'll just like look at you because he's just so terrified.
Yeah. I also feel bad if you get in a car accident, the dog goes flying.
Yeah, that's
It's
true.
like, and then sometimes they pop out the window.
That's true. He also goes nowhere except to the vet or the like puppy salon or whatever,
that's
the
why I'm
groomer.
like,
I was like, what is it
backseat
called?
Only.
But it's like down the street from their
The
house.
groomer, yeah.
It's
The
really,
salon.
literally 2 minutes away from their house.
He gets his nails done at the salon.
He do, girl. He had the one. Oh, I can't even go into it. He had an accident the other day at the one. But
At the salon?
yeah,
Oh,
he had like
no.
a nail ripped out. It was horrible. It was horrible.
Oh.
I know. My
I'm
poor
sorry.
puppy. My poor baby.
Can
Stubby.
I have a look at all the things I've been writing down for like 3 weeks.
All right, get to talking because I had a boring ass week, so I'm ready to listen.
Girl, let me tell you,
the
the
first
first
time.
thing. I know. I was like, you?
By the way, you listening?
The first thing oh, that's a pop off, so I'll talk about that in a minute. And we'll
It better be this AutoZone one that you've been edging us all about for 2 weeks straight. Shaking.
Did I tell you about the AutoZone one?
No, but you've been edging us on the pod about it because you keep
I see
being
it
like,
in there, but it was like, it wasn't that big. Now that I'm looking back, I'm not heated anymore.
oh my God. I just watched last week's because I had to make all the TikToks up. And literally, because I had a pop off, I think, and it was the Oscars. And you're like, oh, okay, well, I'll have to say my AutoZone one next week because I'm still heated about it. That's literally what you said.
Let me tell you what it accounted. No,
So it's not
what
even
it,
gonna
what
be
it added up to be.
It's not even going to be a catty
What-
corner. It's not
What
worth it
happened
anymore.
was I went with a return with the receipt.
Uh-huh.
And so I walk in and there's 2 employees. One's on their phone, leaning against the counter. I'm like, oh, they're on their break, like whatever. Like I'm not judging. The other one saw someone who came in like at the same time as me and said, oh, let me help you out. And they like helped into the back. I'm like, okay. So then I go wait my turn in line. There's nobody else other than me. I go and stand in the little stand, where they have it blocked off. The employee's still there on his phone, leaning, looking at the phone. I'm just like, I'm going to wait for the other guy who's clearly on the clock to come back from helping this. I'm not pressed about it. I'm like, I'm patient. I'm chill.
Cannot
Receipt
relate.
in hand, box
I'm
of
hello.
yeah, car part in hand, receipt in
Yeah,
hand, standing
yeah.
there. Finally, Mr. on his
Boofo.
phone. Oh, sorry. Did you need something?
Oh my God.
I was saying there probably, and I don't want to exaggerate, but for the bit, but I mean like literally maybe 2.5 minutes.
Which
I'm just
is a
waiting.
long time when you're just
And I'm
sitting there
patient. I'm
waiting.
not saying. I mean, he clearly saw me come in.
Which is a really long time for somebody like you who doesn't like use their phone. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah,
you don't,
yeah, yeah.
like, have
I'm
your-
not- I'm
like
like-
for me, I would have maybe been on social and not realized, but like
I'm just standing there like,
yeah, waiting and waiting and staring.
Then, what do you need? Oh,
Yeah, go ahead.
so then he goes, oh, do you need help? And I was like, yeah, I just want to make a return. Oh, okay, I can help you right here. I'm like, oh my God.
Here we go.
Then I know that you probably need. He's gonna ask for like the original form of payment to make sure. I'm like, and I have the card ready.
Yeah.
So I have the credit card in my hand that was used. I'm like, here's the
story is
box.
so you.
And I'm like, he's like, okay. And I'm like, here's the receipt. And I'm like, I don't know if you need this. And I'm like, I have the card in my hand. And I'm like, I don't know if he gets so mad at me, Jordan. Kind of like gets irritated and mad. Bro, what do you think I need your card for? I don't need that. Put that away. Like, what am I supposed to need your card for? No, it's all in the system. I see the receipt. No, I don't need that.
Whoa.
The way I was like,
Whoa.
oh.
Except
I
that you don't do
see.
confrontation. See, I would have. Oh my God, I would have popped.
I'm like, I
off.
know. And by the way, if the return had already happened, the money was back on the card, I would have said something. But I'm like, just do that. I'm just like, can I
Get
get
the
it was like a
fucking return
$200 part. I'm not joking. I
Right,
was like,
right,
let me
right.
just get the $200 real quick.
Right.
He got pissed at me. And I'm like, oh! So you're getting mad. So I was heated. Heated.
And what happened?
What happened was he needed to get the manager over to like get the number to convert, but not once did he need the card, which is fine. I know they like pull it up and it goes back to the original card, but you never know. Sometimes they want you to swipe
and
whatever.
Also, like, who gives a shit?
Girl, sorry.
How nice of you to offer it up.
Sorry, I was
been like,
ready and prepared.
Oh no, it's in the system. I don't need
Thank
it.
you.
But thank you.
Annoyed tone. He like kind of pushed my hand away. Did very one of these almost, which really set me off.
Lunged across that fucking counter.
And
nothing pisses me off more than the things that I do.
I know.
If he would have done something like that to me, I would have lunged across that counter,
so
car part in hand, and fucking whacked him upside the head with it, girl, and got my $200 out of the cash register myself. Okay.
I wrote in the notes, getting harassed at AutoZone. Was I harassed? No. Was I incredibly offended and
should have been? Yes.
Absolutely.
Oh,
he was about to be harassed.
A fucking riot.
Yeah. So, anyways, that was what happened. Like. Earlier, the day before that I had seen you last week.
PP wasn't with you. PP would have said something, honey.
I was like, you know what?
It's time we buck you up. We got to get you bucked up so
what does
that
mean?
You're ready to go.
What's
you need
bucked
to be able
up?
to like
bulked up, like
no,
like strong?
bucked up so that you're
like buck up,
ready.
Girl,
yeah,
buck
to
up,
like
honey.
if he said something, you say, really? You don't need my card. There's a lot nicer way to say that, girl. Whatever the name was, So that you're ready to go back and forth.
That would get me
a
real
little
far.
bit. You got to go back and forth a little bit more.
Not
girl.
No. I'm a firm believer that you say nothing until you get what you need, because you know they will drop. Oh, sorry, it's he'll lie.
Mama, I would have broke that fucking computer myself to get that $200 back, honey.
Especially because it was the second AutoZone I had gone to.
Trust. What was the first one?
The first one said, "Oh, you can't do it here because you need the original receipt," which.
Oh, you didn't have it for that
I
one?
thought they could look at my card. Well, the thing was, the receipt was in the car.
Oh.
And I realized that as we're driving to the other place. I'm like, oh, like, here it is. So then I was like,
so
well, I'm
you
already
could've
on the way
just-
anyway.
yeah,
So
yeah.
I was already like two
God had
AutoZones
other
in.
plans.
AutoZone, if you listen.
God had plans to test you that day.
So the phone was too much. Then bullying for the card was another thing. But so that was last
Bullying
week.
for the card.
But the top of the list was, how do you feel about when parents give their kids nicknames that isn't clearly their names? But here's the gig.
Oh.
I was at the store, probably Walmart, and this mom was talking to
Where
her.
you were this morning, by the way.
I knew you were going to clock it. I knew you were going to just. I wonder where Chris is. I had to run real quick. Get this.
I only knew because whenever I go to come here, I just put your address on the map, or I put like your name in the maps thing really quick, just to make sure that there's no like accidents. Because I know how to get here, but I don't.
Right.
I just want to make sure my route's not going to be fucked up. Because if I find out too late that my route's fucked up, I'm going to be pissed. So I'd rather know beforehand, and then I'll be fine.
And then my name pops up, and then it's like.
And I didn't even. Yeah, like I normally, when it's this early in the morning, I just assume you're home. So I just clicked the first one thinking it's going to be. Because it'll either be Christopher's current location or Christopher's home. Because it has it saved. But because I have your location and then your home is saved in your address. So I just clicked one, and it must have been current location, and it had you at Walmart, girl. And I was like, oh, there he is.
And I had to run, and I was like,
sorry.
I was like, I have 20 minutes. So I ran, and I hit every single thing I needed.
Yeah. So what was the question? Nicknames that the parents don't believe in?
Yeah.
What?
So how do you feel about the nickname I overheard for this mom that was talking to her? Oh.
Why did you move it?
I thought it was supposed to be here.
No, because then it's blocking the picture.
Oh, okay. Thank you. Oh, fixing it. So then, nothing could go on it.
Yeah. With like the breathing.
Anyways, the girl's nickname was Chubs.
Damn.
And she was a bigger girl.
Were you the girl?
I was the mom.
Hey, Chubs.
I was the mom to a stranger girl. And I'm just like, Mom. Hey, Chubs. But not even in a bad way. Like, come on, Chubs.
Yeah,
She
it was just like, that's the
hey,
name.
Chubs, what do you think about this? And I was like, and I look over. It's
Not
a big girl. The
Chubs,
daughter
too.
was a kind of a bigger girl.
Yeah.
And the mom was like, kind of not, but like, kind of whatever. I'm like, Chubs.
That's like rude.
I wish somebody would nickname me Chubs.
If somebody called me Chubs, like it's on site. We're fighting.
Especially if they don't mean it in a bad way. It's like, oh, so that just came off the tongue
Yeah.
so easily. You weren't trying to read.
That's
You're just
not a cute pet name, girl.
No. Hey, Chubs, what do you think about this one?
Pissed.
Chubs.
I'm never eating again if somebody calls me Chubs.
I'm also never.
Let's take a break, Chubs.
Yeah, I was like, I'm.
Hey, Chubs, let's take a break.
I always freak out about that.
I'm calling you Chubs from now on, by the way.
So now that you have a half chub.
Now that I'm chubbed up.
Oh, which reminds me of the football player that's apparently on our team. No, somebody said Chubb got traded or something. Do you know about the Browns?
Girl.
We had a player named Chubb.
Does it look like I know anything about the Browns?
For
or
years,
give a fuck?
like a top player.
Also, my family's not Browns people. Sorry.
They're Steelers. Why again?
I don't know, and I don't care.
Because they live so far out of the middle of nowhere. No, I'm just kidding.
I literally like just don't give a shit. I have like literally not one modicum of interest in football.
Modicum.
That's a good word, right?
Monica Lewinsky.
Monica Lewinsky doll on that gown. Ula daddy daddy.
PP said that to me the other day. I was gagged.
Monica Lewinsky doll on that gown.
And I went,
Was he Monica Lewinsky on your
no,
gown?
because if that was the truth, never mind. Never mind. But if it happened in the car, not the Monica Lewinsky on my gown, but the phrase that had come up, and I went, how you know that?
It's a classic phrase.
He listens. Also, that was back in the day when he was right here when you were telling me about it.
It was Monica Lewinsky doll.
He
on
listens
that
to
gown.
you.
Somebody, at least he does.
I know. I was like, well,
My
I certainly
husband.
don't. Oh, that is the pop off. But the other really quick thing I was gonna say: how do you feel about people that Okay, so sneezes. There's appropriate things to say to somebody else. There's kind of like average things that that some of that kind of corny, and then there's something that I heard that was like, this is too much.
When somebody sneezes, like something you say back.
So what would you say if I sneeze? What do you think is a polite thing to say?
I know what you say.
What do I say?
Thank you, bless you, bless you, bless you, bless you, thank you.
Because I always sneeze twice, and I say thank you for blessing me, and I say bless me, bless me.
Why do you bless yourself? Are you allowed to bless yourself? Like if you're a priest, do you bless yourself?
Girl, let me get in. This is what I need to get into. I kind of feel I say bless me because I always sneeze twice, and I feel like if no one's around, I even say because I'm so used to sneezing like around for work or driving because I'm a sun sneezer, and I just sneeze and I bless myself because I'm like, well, it's just a habit.
Everyone's a sun sneezer. If you look at the sun, you're gonna sneeze.
That's not the truth.
Okay, but like
It's
most
genetic.
people.
Most people, but some people don't. Some people don't.
Don't try to make sun sneezing happen. It's not going to happen.
What is gonna happen is this table. Your face.
Also, no one is surprised that you're in the car talking to yourself, girl. That's like the smallest
So what I
part of
heard was, so when people say, bless you, I think that's fine. When people say Gesundheit, I'm like, okay.
Gesundheit. Isn't it Gesundheit?
Gesundheit. Gesundheit?
I thought.
Gesundheit.
I thought it was Gesundheit.
It probably is. And I'm part German, so I should know.
I couldn't even begin to tell you how to spell that to even look it up, girl.
Me neither.
Gesundheit.
But what do you feel about, I know you're kind of
Schnitzel.
annoyed that I say like, bless me, and I think that's kind of, okay, whatever.
I'm not annoyed by it. I'm
do you
intrigued by it.
Are you intrigued by this woman I heard who
Unique?
she sneezed in public, and instead of saying bless me or like, oh, whatever, she said, thank you, Jesus. Achoo! Thank you, Jesus, because she knew she was getting blessed.
By sneezing?
I went, first of all, not one person around her said bless you, which is kind of rude, me included, but you know why? Because she immediately jumped into thank you, Jesus.
Did she feel that Jesus like forced her to sneeze?
I
don't. Like
what I think was she's used to the, people saying bless you, which means, oh, God's giving you a blessing when you sneeze.
Yeah.
So she sneezed and immediately went, God's giving me a blessing.
Thank
but
you,
she was
Jesus.
so into it, not even like a joke. She literally went, thank you, Jesus. Leaned forward and then, shoo, thank you, Jesus.
No.
And I was
the
like,
answer is no.
I went, not.
Even for a Christian fellow like you, that's a lot.
I went,
That's too much.
no.
I would take bless me, thank you every day of the week
You can't.
over that.
I'm glad you agree.
I do. You know what else is weird? Here's a weird one. Austin, I'm calling you out, my brother.
Is that his name?
He when somebody burps, he says bless you.
No, that's Austin.
And I was
no.
like, why? And he goes, well, what else are you supposed to say to somebody burping? And I was like,
Excuse you.
nothing. They
You're
say
excused.
excuse me, and then you call it a fucking day.
Yeah. And my rule is you say excuse me as loud as you burped. That's my rule. If you excuse me.
Oh my God.
If you,
We
excuse
can't.
me.
You cannot make that the rule because Abby will be screaming every damn day of the week.
I think she gets a pass because I think she owns her power, and I think that's incredible for her. She's like a power burper. She's a power top something. I'm just regular folk like us.
You
who
love
just
being a
burp.
hypocrite. You love being a flip flop flopping ass bitch.
Explain yourself.
Mama.
Explain.
Every time, this is like, I'm going to have to go back and just like pull footage here to, cross the legs, girl. You love to be like, say something as like a factual statement. Like, when you burp, you say, excuse me, period. And then I'll be like, well, what about this? And then you immediately come in, well, I think that gets the pass. Or this is the reason that doesn't mean the same thing. Or this is how this excuse is okay. And whatever the case may be. And I'm like, huh. It normally also, probably just by chance, happens to normally benefit you. The exemptions to your clauses.
You know what's good for me?
That's my opinion! So now that we've dissected that.
Thank you. This whole thing could have been a TED Talk, actually, because it's true. But it's not benefiting me, it's benefiting Abby.
It could have been a TED Talk.
I think she
because
gets
for
the
the
pass.
first time you stopped and listened.
Put the mic down.
Yeah, and listened and received
I brought both
my
eyes over there. Bring both eyes. I in general think you should burp as loud as you say. Excuse me, as loud as you burp. I still do hold. I think Abby's the only exemption. Nobody else, because nobody else has like a problem like her. She has a problem.
America has a problem. Oh my God. Speaking of.
Nope, there it is. Do you ever? Okay.
Excuse me.
What was the last? See, thank you.
Bless you.
What was the last memorable dream you had, good, bad, or otherwise?
Last night.
Well, how was it memorable? Explain, because I dream about.
It's
Lady
only
Gaga.
memorable. Oh, it's only memorable because it just happened. Otherwise, I like never remember my dreams.
Okay, what happened?
Well, I also never really dream, but when I do, I never remember them.
Can you just tell me what you dream?
This is like so weird.
Uh-huh.
It was this like friend of mine who we have a snap streak because we were just talking some of these. It's not one of the ones I mentioned. It's like another one.
Somebody else.
It's my friend Tony. And
Tony.
And he posted, this is like so weird. He posted on Snapchat yesterday that he was like at dinner or out or whatever. And it was a picture with like a guy. Mm-hmm. Now, I don't know if they're together. I've never seen this person before. I have no idea who this person might be.
Yeah.
They're probably just friends. I don't know. For whatever reason, it's stuck in my brain. And last night I dreamed that they got engaged after. Now he just literally in real life was telling me about how he was like kind of talking to this like ex, but he doesn't really know and whatever. Mm-hmm. And so it's like in my head it became that person.
Got it.
Because I don't know what this ex looks like or who they are. So I was like,
the ex.
Yeah, and so in my head he got engaged to this ex, and I remember FaceTiming, and in my dream thinking while I'm FaceTiming him to congratulate and like whatever. Yeah. Thinking, oh God, this is never gonna work. You just started back up. He was your ex for a reason, blah, blah, blah. And as I'm congratulating, it's in my dream. So, I was a bully in my own dream.
That tracks.
Damn.
These are the kind of. Meanwhile, the reason I wrote it down.
I am kind of gossipy.
It's because I had a dream about a rat living in my head, and the doctor had to like pull. There's a bruise.
It was me.
Like hurt.
I was the rat.
And they put it in a needle, like kill the rat or like numb the area. And then the skin broke, and the rat shimmied out the hole. It was like, that's the dream.
Were you in the chair, or were you watching it happen from the back?
I was like in the chair, but they had like a camera, like, and I could see on the screen or something.
Oh.
And it went, and I was like, ah! And I feel this rat like shimmying out of the hole in my head,
shaking.
And then, sure enough, it popped out and scampered across the floor. And then there's this like little canal in my head, tiny, but like a little teeny rat mouth.
Ew,
horrible. But the rest of the reason I wrote it down. But as you mentioned, you know what's funny?
Excuse me.
You know what's really funny? That dream was like a week ago, and that's before I heard anything about some rat virus. So maybe maybe I do have it.
Well, didn't we talk about it a week ago?
No, we did not.
Yeah, we talked about it on the pod
a
week
rat
ago.
Virus. Maybe we did, and that's how it was
Sunday.
In my brain.
We talked about it last Sunday.
Oh my God, and I forgot.
As I told you, that girl died.
Oh my God, you're right. Maybe that's why it was in my brain, and I like forgot. So I do listen to you subconsciously. Against my will. But then last night I had a dream that I was like chilling with Lady Gaga. You know these interviews, she's like the real her, and she's interviewing like, so like the album, and then she was with her man.
Yeah,
they were we were kikiing, nobody else there. Sorry, you weren't there. She was so legit. And
I had my interview. She was on a press junket, so then like when I left, you came in.
Got it. They said get the junk in. And then I came in.
I was like, were you trying to read me? And then it turned against you.
It turned against me.
Speaking of, I feel like we do need a mayhem update. Current top 3. I feel like this is going to be a weekly thing for a couple things. Current top 3. Mine I texted to you, but so I cannot remember because I don't have my phone. I know number 1 is still Zombie Boy.
Okay.
For sure.
Okay. A lot of people are saying that.
What did I text you when I texted you my top 3? Because I texted you something and then I said like another thing after it.
Top.
I think it moved
3.
up.
Let me find it. Here we go. You said Shadow of a Man may be taking Garden of Eden's top spot, but then you said it was Zombie Boy, Shadow of a Man, and Abracadabra.
That is my current top 3.
I don't even
Shadow
remember.
of a Man. It's so good. It's
Dancing
so Michael
in the
Jackson.
shadow of a man.
It's
Yeah,
so
yeah.
Michael Jackson. It's so popular on TikTok right now. It's like people doing the Michael Jackson dances to that
I
song.
still haven't. You even
So
texted
good.
me that, and I still can't hear Michael in it.
I'll send it. Maybe it's the one that I'll send you it off TikTok. But that's still top 3. Zombie Boy,
I
Shadow
still
of a
like
Man, Abracadabra.
Vanish into You was my favorite.
That is a good one. That was in my top 5.
I'm like crying already.
That's like in my top 5.
You know why?
Garden of Eden, then Vanish You.
Because I'm in that stage in my life
Vanish,
where
whatever.
I can appreciate like love songs or
Yeah.
like sad. I'd be like Miss Skip, but now I'm like, like I'm crying.
Yeah.
And then Blade of Grass, of course, is my second. I'm
I
like,
know.
nah.
You and my friend Jen would live because you guys have all the same top 3.
Abracadabra's my third.
Yeah. Yeah.
Although Abracadabra would have been my top if I had heard it at the same time I heard the rest of these, for
Yeah,
sure. But
yeah.
we've all been heard Abracadabra for like weeks before
Yeah,
that.
so
So
it
it's
moved.
but it's still top 3, girl. But I still do live from and by the way, I flip-flopped again, speaking of. I was like, I don't really like Killa. And then I was like, why does everybody like it? It's like huge. And then
Now
she
you're on
performed it on SNL.
Oh, I didn't watch it yet. Fuck.
It's one of the only 2 songs she performed.
That
So
and
apparently people
Abracadabra,
love
right?
it. Yeah. She killed on Abracadabra, by the way. Oh my God. Watch
Wonder
it,
if Killa
girl.
is the next single then.
The problem is though, I flopped again. I was like, maybe I'll give it a second chance, and and I started listening to it every time, and I like, yeah, I'm getting into it. And then I was like, I really just can't. I can't get into it. I still don't like it. I'm sorry. It's her favorite song on that album. She said in an interview, her favorite song is Killa.
I feel like they always kind of say that shit when there's a feature
Girl,
because they gotta like promote the feature.
even though who the hell is the feature? It's somebody nobody's heard of.
Probably like
it's like a producer or
DJ
somebody.
or something.
It
on
is. It's like a long weird name. I'm like, bye.
Yeah.
I just don't live. I don't
You know
live.
which one I don't love? I don't mind it. I don't. Maybe like the song. I'd have to listen again because I just don't remember off the top of my head. But I don't like the title "Love Drug"
No?
as like a one word. It
Oh, it
feels
feels like Love Game almost.
it just feels juvenile. Love Drug. It feels so like some teeny bopper made an album and was like, I'm gonna call the song Love Drug.
Oh, I kind of do live though,
It's giving Hot Topic shopping goth.
which I used to work at Hot
I'm
Topics.
aware. With blue hair and a fake eyebrow piercing, lip piercing.
Lip piercing and eyebrow piercing
And
and
eyebrow.
earrings. I had the magnetic earrings that hurt my ears so bad. Yeah, when are you getting your ears pierced?
Maybe that's. Oh my god! Did those pull your ears out? The magnets.
Shut the hell up.
That's the second time you said hell on the podcast.
God pulled my ears out. Like Laffy Taffy girl.
Not the only thing that stretched out on you, girl.
I will beat these allegations. I will beat you. Then I will beat these. Then I'll beat you off.
And then beat these
And then beat these
allegations. There's a lot of things to beat today.
We need to talk
I'm
about
about
a
to
catty
beat your
corner.
beat.
So I do have a catty corner that I think you will agree with.
Okay.
Hi, everybody. Welcome back. One and all, once again, to the... Say it this time. Catty corner.
I almost did it.
Where 2 young gays get catty in
Not a corner.
So
I almost didn't say it again.
about 4 times, Jordan. Only this month, oddly enough. Maybe
Evie, oddly enough.
Evie, oddly enough. About maybe the last 3 or 4 weeks or so. I cannot explain it to you, but in professional settings where I get like emails or like whatever, I had people I'd never met. This is a situation. Professional setting, people I'd never met before in real life, emailing me or me emailing back with people in a professional setting. My email at the bottom says my first and last name, my full name, Christopher. Not Chris, not Christoph, Christopher. Okay. I don't know why, but many people, after like one email or something and then emailing back at the top, hey, Chris, would you mind? Thank you, Chris. Multiple people over the last 4 weeks, maybe 3 or 4, and it's only happened in the last 4 weeks. Something's going on in the world. Something's going on in the universe. The stars.
But why does it matter?
Because I don't mind Chris, as you know. I go by Chris or Christopher. What I don't understand is
Christopher.
Christopher rhymes with pissed on her. What I don't understand is, in a professional setting, especially if I've never met you, why do you assume I want a nickname? If somebody said at the bottom of their name was Catherine, I said, hey, Kathy, that seems wrong to me, right? Do you agree? You don't agree.
I don't know. Okay, here's what I'm gonna say.
Because you know me, I'm so chill, right? I don't care.
No, but here's what I'm
But
gonna
if
say.
you never met me, why do you assume I'm okay with going? I'm like, we're not losing fun like that. Like, I don't know you.
Here's what I have to say about it. I think, okay, so I certainly when I call, like if I have to call somebody while I'm at work.
Thank you. Okay. Yeah.
But it's not necessarily a work person, it's a client, let's say.
Okay.
And I will, it gives me their full name.
Yeah.
I just saw your reflection in my phone case and it like freaked me out.
That would freak me out
like,
too. Seeing me again.
And so I'll use their full name unless they answer and say like, hi, this is Chris, or hi, this is
yeah. And then
I'll go off of their lead, I guess.
Yeah.
But in my head, I will assume that I'm going to say like, oh, is this Christopher?
Yeah, of course.
Even though like most people go by Chris, whatever.
Right.
But I certainly have emailed like people and used a nickname
and not have met them in real life yet.
Correct.
Okay, that is weird to me. I didn't appreciate it. Not because I don't like it, because I thought, shouldn't you ask somebody? I wouldn't see Sandra and be like, hey, Sandy. I would never do that.
Well,
they put their email in the says at the bottom, like
but
their
so
title, their
people,
name.
like,
what?
Yeah, but oftentimes your email was made for you. Wasn't your work email made for you?
No. Yeah, but I customize like what the bottoms, like the signature.
You're probably about one of the only people that does that kind of a thing. Unless something forces you.
Well, the only
like,
reason they know my name
it.
is because I put it in my signature. That's what I'm
but
saying.
What's your email?
It's not my first name. It's
What's
like an
your
initial.
Email?
It's like a work
it's like
email.
C,
it's like initials.
Last name or
yeah,
whatever?
it's like C whatever. Yeah. Not my first name or whatever.
See, because a lot of times work emails will have your full first name.
Right. Mine does
so
not.
then it's like
that's why I thought it was also weird.
About it.
And I thought it was the first time I was like, okay, 2 days later, somebody else, and then mind you, people have never done this before in the past.
Yeah.
It's been like a year and a half at this point. Or maybe almost a year.
Yeah.
And I'm like, what? I don't know these hoes. Don't come. And then 2 days later, somebody else, I'm like, okay.
I just don't think I would have thought about it.
So somebody said, "Hey, Jor," or whatever.
Well, I don't have a nickname name.
Hey, Jor.
Maybe that's part of my problem. I don't have a nickname.
I just thought it was weird that nobody asked
which
first,
I hate,
or like,
Mom.
"Hey, do you mind?" or whatever.
My mom hates nicknames. I don't know why.
Chubs.
I think that's why I don't say anybody's nicknames.
Chubs.
I think that's why. So my mom, when she was like naming us, she specifically chose names that didn't have like.
Yeah,
short
you really
nicknames.
can't
She doesn't
shorten
like it.
your brother too.
And her and my dad both have short names, but they don't like. She hates it. She does not like shortening names like that. I don't know why. So Mike and Di.
I was gonna say,
Di.
how do you short Diana? That's ugly.
Di.
Die.
Like Princess Di.
Like they want her to die.
They used to say Princess Di.
Yeah.
Like Di is a nickname for Diana, but I feel like that is part of then the reason why I call everybody by full names most of the time.
And I also
Even you.
But people,
how often do I
real
say
life, people
Chris?
ask me. They say, "Hey, do you prefer Chris or Christopher?" And
Yeah.
I say, "Nothing, girl. You know me. As long as you're talking to me."
I prefer Chris because it rhymes with pet.
Piss. I just thought it was weird. I'm like
Shaking.
in a professional setting. Anyways,
Yeah. It's
I don't
actually gotten bad to a point because I feel like people will now like they know that I say Christopher, so I'll hear people. I'll be like Christopher, and then I'll hear somebody like from the corner be like Christopher because they always hear me going at you like Christopher.
Mm-hmm.
Like, why are you saying his full name, girl?
Yeah, you're like, hey,
like it's my child.
that's for me to chastise my son.
You're my child. You're in trouble. And I was like, Christopher.
Christopher.
It is a lot. I hear myself sometimes and I'm like, Jesus. It is a lot of like, Christopher.
Now imagine you at my party that one night when I was running around with my head cutting. Christopher. Christopher.
Imagine you at the party last night when you were making some remarks and I had to go, Christopher.
I made several remarks.
Made many remarks. Honey.
Also, don't lie like we weren't making our own remarks, spreading rumors between ourselves that you
Spreading
started.
Before we were, I have to pop off. We were having. I have to go into one little thing to end this mother effing episode. Okay, we're having a great time last night. Okay,
yes.
Aaron, we're at your birthday party.
Thank
It was a
you.
lovely time. Happy birthday. You don't look at. I think I cheersed her and I was like, you don't look a day over 38, and she's 34. Okay,
Yeah.
So we're having a great time. It's me and you and kind of Steven, Abby's new man, and we're kikiing, having a laugh. We're talking shit as we do.
Having a laugh, getting the straights to like us.
People hate to see us because it's not that we're like excluding. It's just that like if we get seated together long enough, we're going to start launching into conversations that are just like a tete-a-tete.
Yep.
So
yep. And people can't keep up is the problem.
Correct. And then so Steven's kind of there and he's like having a laugh. We're having a laugh.
He's trying to keep up and he's giving.
Yes. So then Abby kind of like, saunters her way over at some point and then she's kind of there. She's not really saying anything, but she's there.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden,
here we go.
Drunk ass Aaron
has
to come up and start a fight with Abby.
Extending the arm, full length
across the bar.
In between us.
In between us. We're talking. We're in the middle of a conversation.
Girl,
I literally was
to stir up something with somebody who, by the way, was chilling, having a good time.
Hey, whatever happened to class? Whatever
You
happened
know what
to
it did?
decorum?
And it was about Swifties. She kind of gave the Swifties a bad name. That's what it was. Do you remember?
It was. And you know what?
Why aren't you a Taylor Swift fan?
I have
she
something
has
to say.
2 witch albums, blah, blah. And I was like, girl, how about you
2
walk
witch
around to the
albums.
bar
Yeah,
and tell it
it
to
was.
herself? Why don't you tell her one-on-one?
Screaming.
Why
So
don't
we
you
can
get
continue our conversation.
the hand out of my face.
Girl, that I'm not even in this fight, but I'm about to be because if that finger comes one more fucking step closer to me, you're getting it ripped off, honey. Okay. I may have something to say at the end of the episode, but it could cancel us completely. So
Help.
at the party last night, Aaron turns on the Eras tour, which is
On their
just
projector.
not my thing. On
Brave.
the projector, so it's on the
Brave.
right.
Which was kind of brave. I mean, it was
So-
her birthday party too. I feel
Yeah,
you know what?
I did what she
I
wanted.
did roll my eyes and went, why the hell?
I
is
know,
that?
but I was
and
like,
then I
it's
went,
her.
it's her birthday.
Yeah, whatever.
It's her birthday.
So I got caught watching it a couple times. I've never seen it.
of course.
Not really
Like,
really
who
wanting
turned
to.
this
It's just
on?
like I was sitting with people on the couch. So then as we're talking, I'm like kind of like half listening, whatever.
Yeah. Here we go. What happened?
Watching it kind of made me
no.
dislike her more.
Why?
Because here's my thing with Taylor Swift.
Yeah. You don't hate.
Think she's a okay singer. I think she's a pretty good singer.
Mm-hmm.
I respect the shit out of the fact that she works like a dog at these things.
Yeah.
I think she is good to her fans, which is great.
Yeah.
I think
You're setting up. This is the compliment sandwich.
I know.
Compliment.
Her lyrics are very juvenile.
Reductive.
I think you can only sing about an ex so many times before you're just saying the same thing 17 different ways.
Okay, I would agree. Yeah.
And then as I was watching,
Mm-hmm.
the problem was whatever section I watched, I could not tell you what it is because I really just don't know her songs that well. She was absolutely not singing live. I don't really give a shit what anybody has to say. In my opinion, she was not singing live.
I think,
and
it
in
might
fact,
have been
me and
because
maybe a couple others' opinions, but I won't name them because I don't want them to get beat because they almost did yesterday.
I wonder if it's because it was like how the Beyonce tour movie where they took the best vocals from the
which they
nights.
definitely did, but even the problem was it didn't totally match up, so I could see that being part of it. But it also like you could hear it actually sounded too much like, if not exactly
the album.
like the album. So there was no adjustments. And when you're singing live, I don't really give a shit what you're doing. There's going to be something that sounds a little different because your breathing is different. You're performing. You're doing all the stuff, right? There's a million things happening around you.
You think they phoned it
It's
in?
going to be lost. It felt phoned in from the album.
That's the only reason you were mad?
No. Then as I'm watching it, I'm like, you know what? Oh my God, we're getting ripped to shreds.
Speak your truth.
It's
your opinion. Oh!
To watch. She is boring as fuck. You can only stand there and shift your pose so many times before I'm like,
next.
move it along, girl, for this 3.5 hour long show.
As I told
you standing there in a different outfit.
I watched it.
I don't give a fuck.
But not the
what
whole
your
thing.
outfit
I
is
had
at
to
this
skip.
point.
I had to skip.
I mean, at this point, I don't care what your outfit is. It looks great. Fine. You're standing there doing nothing. You're standing there posing.
You know why? Because she is there for 3 hours. She said, you want me for 3 hours?
Then
I'm
do
gonna
less.
sit there.
Then do a smaller show.
You know what she needs to do? Pull up a chair.
And sit. I mean, if you're going to stand there, pull the Adele and have like the songs like Adele. Problem is you don't have the music like Adele.
No.
Sorry about it. No. So it's just like, and especially when you have people like fucking Beyonce who's doing a 3-hour Renaissance tour, non-stop dancing,
live,
outfit changes, live,
dancing,
crazy shit. That is now a bar.
Mm-hmm.
And if you're at that level, which Taylor Swift is at that level, I do understand that.
Absolutely.
Then you need to perform at that level.
However, what would the Taylor Swift
Well, the thing too is, does she really dance? She's kind of awkward. She's not really giving dancer first.
It's like me trying to dance.
She's not giving dancer first,
which is fine.
Yeah,
not everybody is.
So let's just say,
is your
I didn't
broken ankle dancer?
My broken ankle is shaking thinking about the hate comments we're about to receive. I just don't. I'm just not a fan.
So that was the buzzkill of the party for you.
Was that the Eras tour was on for 3.5 hours?
For 3.5 hours. Yes.
Okay. I was stuck watching it a couple times.
Okay.
Excuse me.
And if you love Taylor Swift, we have great Taylor Swift content where we do nothing but talk about her. We have merch. If you love Taylor Swift and our stan, you know where you can find her best merch? By the way, pod.com.
Can we get sued for that?
Allegedly. You know where you can find her best merch? Allegedly. I've heard, maybe potentially. By the way, pod.com.
Allegedly. Allegedly.
Where you can find all of our crap. Is this the end? Where you can find all of our...
I guess catch us every Monday. You said none of the stuff. Girl, shut up. By the way, pod.com. See you next Monday. Subscribe, ring the bell, do the thing, girl. Goodbye.
5 stars.
Stop.
Hey!
Hey, you're done.
Bye.